Let's contrast this youth talk with a bottom-up approach. We could start with Scripture to show how we need not be anxious because God is sovereign. So we teach about the sovereignty of God as seen in Scripture. And then we show how God has given us the tool that is spiritual practice of prayer. Show them how that works. Let them see some simple verses about worry are part of a bigger picture of God's nature and God's plan. The difference is sometimes subtle and sometimes it's quite profound. We need to teach the Bible to teach theology and allow that to shape Christian practice and then behavior. The way we teach with theological depth is to move from Scripture to theology to practice, and application is the behavioral outcome. Now, I do think that there are times when a topical approach is appropriate, and other times when doing exposition, working our way through books of the Bible, is appropriate. Youth ministry needs both topical teaching and biblical exposition. How does that work? When teaching on a topic, we explore a passage of the Bible, we point out theological truths, show relevant practices, and the application of the passage is our change in behavior or our change in thinking about the topic. So for example, if I was addressing something like FOMO, fear of missing out, which many students struggle with, I might explore some passages in Romans to show gospel truths that reframe our thinking about FOMO. If I want to challenge students to stand courageously for their faith, rather than draw on a few statements of Scripture, I'm probably going to look to a biblical example like Daniel. And this is vital for depth. I'm not satisfied with pointing to a good biblical example. Students need to know the theological truth that gives Daniel the confidence to stand courageously. So in order to give your teaching real theological depth, dig into Scripture, then teach the theology that's found in the passage, speak to the spiritual practices that are helpful tools for them, and show them how these truths can change our behavior.